What up, everybody? In this video today, I am going to be finishing off our level 8 before we go in to our boss room. So we are going to be adding in the rats that are going to be guarding the hallway, and we are going to put in a door and a lock and a key for that door. So let's go ahead and jump into the code. So the first thing I want to do is make the door to our boss room. And I am going to reuse an image we did from our level 7, but I am going to be transforming that image and moving it in a different way than I did on level 7. So we are just going to go self.image 5 is equal to pygame dot image dot load, and I want to join the other pictures with my page front PNG, and this is what we're going to use as our door picture, and we will convert this. And now we need to scale it. So we need to go self.image is equal to pygame dot transform dot scale, and now we need to go self.image 5, and we want to go by our self.width and our self.height. So now we have our image that we want to load in. Let's go ahead and make the function to draw that image onto our screen. So we will just simply say draw underscore door, and that will need the self parameter and a screen argument. So we will just need the screen and then blit and our self.image 5 and our self.rect. So now we have the function that is going to draw the image onto the door. We need to make its own sprite or instance or whatever. So we will call this level 8 boss door. And it is level 8. And the coordinates to that, we don't worry about the room 1, room 2. That was just for our switching. The X to this door is going to be 1140. The Y is going to be 280. And now the width, and wait, did we miss something? So, oh, we put the wrong one. So width, the height. So our width is going to be 16. We don't want it very big, and we need this 252 pixels tall. So now we have a way to call this. Let us go back up into draw our starting room, and we'll go ahead and put that with the rest of ours. So we got it started right here, and we're going to go boss door dot draw door, and then we'll just need the screen. So let's see what that looks like. Let's test. All right, so we have our boss door guarding our entrance right there. It doesn't have any collision yet, so we will just go ahead and add this to the collision group with the rest of our walls to give it its collision. So our wall class is all of my collision class are down here, and so it is walls group, and that is what I am using for all of the collision for the walls. So walls group dot add, we're just going to throw the level 8 boss door in there with that, and that should give our door collision with the rest of the walls. And it does. So we are going to need a way to open that door once we collect the lock. But first, we will go ahead and make the key and make the lock. So up here in our key and our lock class, that handles all the keys and handles all the locks. All as we have to do is make one for level 8 and make one a key for level 8 and a lock for level 8. So we will name this lock level 8 is equal to lock. And those coordinates are going to be 1105, 360, and then we want this to be 64 by 64, and we put 0 for collected because that is going to let us know if we use the key on it or not. Okay, so we'll do the same thing for the key. So we'll go key level 8 is equal to key and its coordinates. Let's go ahead and put this at 760 by 150. And then for the width, we kind of want it long, so we're going to put 64. And for the height, we kind of want it short, so we're going to do 32. And we have to put 0 so we know if we picked up the key or we did not pick up the key. So now we have our instance of our key level 8 and our lock level 8. We can come and put it in our draw on our starting room for our level 8. So we will go lock level 8 dot draw lock and the screen argument, and then our key level 8 dot draw our key. But this one needs another argument besides our screen. It likes to know which lock is it going to unlock. So we'll put our screen, and then we have to go lock dot and tell it is the lock level 8. Okay, so now that that is there, we are drawing our lock level 8 and our key level 8. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. Okay, there we go. That is looking pretty good. So I do not have any collision on these yet, but this should, all we need to do is add it into our group. So we'll go back to our starting room and we will go keys underscore level dot add, and then we will add our key level 8 to this, and we will do the same thing for our locks. We'll go ahead and add it to that group, and this will help me with the collision so I don't have to keep writing out over and over. So now that we added our keys to our lock and our group, we have to come over here with our turtle's collision, and we have to tell it is going to pick up the level 8 key and unlock the level 8 lock. So now that we have done all of that, we have added it to our groups, we have changed it on our turtle, we can go ahead and run this, and now we should be able to collect them, and we can, and we can. So we want our boss door to open up as soon as we collect our lock or unlock the lock. We will come back up in here, and underneath our draw door function, we will just put a function that says open door, and then we just need to take in self. So we're going to say if lock underscore level 8 dot collected is equal to 1, that is the number that is telling that it is unlocked, we want our self.rect.y to go towards the top of the screen, which is 0. And then if it self.rect.y is less than 0, then we want our rectangle to stop moving so it does not go off of the screen. So now with this function, we should be able to collect our lock and the door should open. Let us go ahead and put that underneath of our door. So we will go level 8 boss door dot open the door. We won't need anything. Let's test this out. Okay, our key and everything is working. So we got our key, and then if we unlock, and there it is. Our door opens as soon as we unlock our lock. So the last thing I want to do is I want to add in our rats going back and forth down here guarding the key. And on our next video, I will maybe put some 1-ups in this level before the boss. So let's add the rats. Let's jump in to the code again. We already had a class with our last level with the rats that move around and already have the picture. And we're just going to reuse that. The only thing that we're going to have to do differently is make a different move function. So we're going to say move 8. And this is just going to take the self argument. And this is just because we don't want it to go up and down like we did in the other level. We just want it to move up and down. So we can go self.rect.x is minus equal the self.velocity x. Okay, and then we want this to go if self.rect.x is less than the width of our screen divided by 3, or if our self.rect x is greater than the width of our screen, but we only want it at, we'll say 70, so it looks like it's bouncing off of the wall this time. And then we are going to want our self.x velocity times 1. So this new move function should make our rats bounce back and forth, hopefully not into the arrows, because we don't want our rats to look like they're getting shot by the arrows. And now we will need to make a rat 3 and 4. So we will go rat 3 is equal to rat, and we will say the first rat's x is going to be at, we'll say 800, and then our y will be at 200, and our width is going to be 32, 32, the same as our other rats. And now we will go rat 4 and do this something similar. We will also keep that at 800. Let's do 1000 to kind of have them offset. And then our y, let's put that down at 600, and then 32 and 32 for the width. And let us go ahead and put these into a list. Rats is equal to a list with rat 3 and rat 4. This is just so we can call them a little faster in our draw room down here. So in our starting room, we are going to go for R in level 8 underscore rats. We want to go draw, and then we're going to put them on the screen, and we also want to move underscore 8. So now this should put our rats onto our screen, moving them back and forth. Let's go ahead and run that, see what it looks like. So the top one is okay, but the bottom one is not. Let's go ahead and fix that really fast. So under here in our maze class, we will go back up to our rats. And our rat 4, I put a 1 instead of an 8. So let's run this again, see if that fixed it. Okay, so there they are. They are bouncing back and forth the way I want to. So, but let's have one start a little bit farther. I think that is what we were trying to do. We just put the wrong coordinate. So I think it was supposed to be 1000 instead of 100. Let's run this one last time. Okay, there we go. Now they're a little bit more offset than each other. And we will have the one up down here. So that might not take very long. Let's go ahead and do that as some bonus because we already have a one up class right here. All we have to do is tell it level 8 one up is equal to 1 underscore up. And what was our rat class at? Let's look. So we will just do 1000. No, 600 and 800. So our x is 600. No, our x was 800 and our x was 600. And 0. Let's see what function. So in our starting room. Oh, and we also want to go vehicles. Add and R. This will just add the collision to our rats. And now we want to go level 8 one up. One level 8 underscore one up dot draw on our screen. And we also want level 8 underscore one up dot gain live. And then we will need to put our turtle in there so we know who to give it to. Okay, now let's run this code. And there is our one up. And we can collect it and it gains. Okay, guys. This is where I'm going to wrap up the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.